The Commander-in-Chief of the Navy has received reports from all the commanders of the fleets and will now report to the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Supreme Commander-in-Chief, the Russian Navy is ready for the parade. Commander of the Navy, Admiral Yevmenov. To celebrate Navy Day, the key Navy parade will kick off in a couple of minutes. Now you can see the salute from the fortress that launches the parade. Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces, the Defense Minister and the Commander of the Navy will now move towards the ships that are more near the Pol fortress. The Russian Navy was started by Peter the Great. The first Navy was held on the 9th of September 1714 to celebrate the victory in the Battle of Gungut. The festivities were solemn because it was the first victory in the history of the newly established fleet. There were a lot of people who gathered on the banks of the River Neva, and they saw not just the Russian ships, but also captured Swedish ships with the captured crew. Since then, Navy parades have become extremely popular. It's become a great tradition. The second year running, the Navy is led by the 54-gun ship of the line Poltava. Battleship Poltava was built in 1712. In 2013, a full-sized copy of the Battleship Poltava was built and started to be built, and that was a specially established historical shipyard, and it took 5 years to fully restore the battleship. The President's boat is approaching the next generation minesweeper Alexander Obukhov, led by Captain Third Rank Sergei Pazhidayev. Happy Navy Day! Now you can see the Serpukhov, the Buyan class corvette Serpukhov. It's a new generation of missile ships. Happy Navy Day, comrades. Hooray! The Serpukhov is equipped with the vertical launching caliber systems that can shoot cruise missiles at sea and land targets. It also has the anti-aircraft system and 100mm naval cannon. The President's boat is now approaching the Steregushi class corvette Boyki. Happy Navy Day! The President's boat is now approaching Admiral Gorshkov class frigate Admiral Kasatanov, led by Captain First Rank Ivan Ragatin. President welcomes the crew. Happy Navy Day! The President welcomes the crew and wishes them Happy Navy Day. And the last one in the column is the B-585 St. Petersburg, a St. Petersburg class diesel electric submarine, led by Captain Third Rank Roman Solovyov. The President and the Supreme Commander-in-Chief welcomes the crew and wishes them Happy Navy Day. The submarine has been named after the city of St. Petersburg. It's the fourth generation non-nuclear powered submarines. It has a test depth of 300 meters and has the speed of up to 20 knots submerged. The President of the Russian Federation has completed the review of the ships stationed in the River Neva and will now move to the Admiralty embankment. The first oceanic research ship Admiral Vladimirsky taking part in the parade. It is led by Captain Ivan Smaznov. The third expedition around the world has completed in June 2020 to mark the 200 years since the discovery of Antarctica. The research ship did a study of the electromagnetic field of the planet. The research makes sure that Russia is one of the pioneers in this area. Viktor Margonov can now be seen. It is led by Captain Second Rank Vyacheslav Solovyov. The Pyotr Margonov was built last year in the shipyard of Yantar and is a serial ship of the next generation of the Russian landing boats. They can transport and land airborne troops in remote areas and can also use rivers to cover the distances that are needed for the mission. The President's boat has now approached the Admiralty embankment. At ease.
Парад под государственный флаг Российской Федерации. Флаг военно-морского флота. Георгиевский флаг линейного корабля «Азов». Смирно! Для встречи слева.
At attention.
На край.
can now see the national flag and the ensign of the Navy. Today, to mark Russian sailors' courage in defending the motherland, St. George's flag will be now unfurled of the battleship Azov. It was led by Mr. Lazarev, Captain First Rank. They made a major victory in 1827. There was a major victory for the Russian Navy, and it was the first time when a battleship was awarded with a special banner. That was the Battle of Navarino. At ease. Russian President, Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces, Vladimir Putin. Sailors and petty officers, warrant officers, admirals and generals, distinguished war veterans, citizens of Russia, happy Navy Day. It's a major holiday of courage. We will forever remember the victories of the Russian Navy. It has defended its interests for more than 300 years. We're now celebrating those who went on long-distance missions, who defended the borders, those who serve in Navy aircraft, those who serve as Navy SEALs, those who serve in submarines and surface ships, and those who design and build new military equipment for the sea. St. Andrew's flag is a legendary one. They have performed the most complicated missions, and that is an excellent service to the Russian motherland. That reflects a unique soul of every sailor and officer. We are proud of the distinguished achievements and victories. Russian voyagers discovered the ice continent, Antarctica, and we're marking the 200th anniversary this year. Today, we celebrate the memory of those who took part in World War II. Thanks to their firm nature, determination, commitment, Russia has become famous as a great navy power. And we have built on those traditions and that legacy. We now have high precision equipment on our ships. We have different types of submarines, a new generation of aircraft and other weaponry. The level of equipment is constantly growing. This year we'll commission more than 40 ships and boats. And just a couple of days ago, we began to build new long-range battleships. We'll continue to upgrade our navy thanks to the use of digital technology, thanks to hypersonic strike systems that are unmatched around the world, and thanks to the submarine strike weapons. And definitely, we have always relied and will continue to rely on our sailors and officers. It's a difficult job. It's a devotion. You need to be dedicated and committed, courageous, disciplined. It requires steel nerves. You need to have the team spirit to live and serve as part of the crew. You need to stay true to the traditions of friendship that unites the Black Sea fleets, the Northern fleets, the Baltic Sea fleets, the Pacific fleet, and the Caspian flotilla. Today we have both the historical ships and cutting-edge equipment. These are brilliant crews that will lead them. They will serve as their predecessors have served, and that memory is sacred, just like as their love for the sea, the love for their family, and the love for their homeland. I know that those who had fathers and grandfathers in the Navy will never let homeland down. They will forever rise up to the words of Admiral Nahimov, who said that we need to, first of all, have the glory of our Navy and our homeland as our key priority. Glory be to the Navy. Hooray! Surface ships are already in the Never River. They will pass the Admiralty embankment. The Neva is one of the most beautiful rivers in Russia. But at the same time, it's also very whimsical and unpredicted. It has often changed its channel width, the bank height. The Baltic weather has also been an impact. gusts, storms, and narrow navigating channels and shoals dictate their own navigation rules in these areas. We will now see the ships that are different in keel depth, their ship propulsion systems. We will see gas turbine ships, diesel-powered ships, water jet boats, and air cavity ships. First in the column is the Grachana-class Nakhimовец anti-saboteur boat with the Russian banner. It is manned with the cadets of the Nakhimov Naval Cadet Schools. The flag of the Ministry of Defense is carried by the Yunarmets Zapolярье anti-saboteur boat. Yunarmets is a patriotic movement that has revived the best traditions of youth organizations. It was set up in 2016 and now numbers 700,000 people. These are teenagers from across Russia. You can now see the Yunarmets Belomoria anti-saboteurs boat. That flag, that pattern was approved by Peter the Great in 1699. It was called St. Andrews to celebrate Saint Andrew the First called. He's one of the patrons of Russia. Today, St. Andrew's flag can be seen unfurled across the world ocean. It demonstrates Russia's commitment to defend its national interests in any part of the planet. The historical part of the parade is opened by the Ivan Paschal landing boats carrying a replica of Peter the Great's Baltic boat. That's where the Russian Navy started. That would give rise to the victories of the Russian Navy, new discoveries. It all started with this small boat called Baltic in Russian. You can now see Raptor high-speed patrol boats led by Captain Second Rank Alexei Rindin. You can now see the Yunarmets anti-saboteur boat flying the colors of the 2nd Guard Separate Division of Armored Boats of the 1st Red Banner Bobruisk Berlin Brigade of the Dnieper Flotilla. And the next one is the Grigory Davydenko motorboat. With the banner of the Guards of Belgrade Division of the Armored Boats of the Dunai Navy Flotilla. that flotilla took part in liberating Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary and Yugoslavia, and also took part in the liberation of Vienna. Next is the Yevgeny Kolesnikov patrol boat. During the war, submarines disrupted the operations of the enemy and also provided cover for the Allied convoy, and also laid mines. The Valery Fedonin anti-saboteur boat is now carrying the banner of the 1st Red Banner Ushikov Order minesweeping trawlers of the Baltic Fleet Brigade. During the war, minesweepers led battleships through the minefields that were laid by the enemy. You can now see the Yunarmeyets Tatarstan of the Black Sea Fleet. The sailors of the brigade took part in the defense of Odessa, Sevastopol, Caucasus, and planted mines in the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. They also took part in the Kerch, Feodosia, and in the Novorossiysk landing operations. You can now see the Yunarmeyets of Dagestan anti-saboteur boat carrying the military banner of the 71st Separate Guards Rifle Brigade. It's a legendary brigade set up in October 1941 from the sailors of the Pacific Fleet and the Amur Flotilla and the cadets of the Pacific and Caspian military academies. They served to defend Moscow. You can now see air cavity landing boats of the Serna class, led by Captain First Rank Alexander Slakov. These boats can be used to deploy tracked vehicles and paratroopers on unimproved shores, and it's speeded up to 30 knots. The legendary Katyusha has been deployed on the Alexander Baranov ship. It's the first multiple rocket launching system. The first machines was set up in 1941, and on the 14th of July, a unit led by Captain Ivan Florov eliminated fascist echelons on rail station Orsha. And now you can see T-34. That was the best tank arguably in World War II. It was designed by the Bureau of the Tank Unit at Kharkov plant number 183, led by the chief designer Mikhail Koshkin. Now you can see mine countermeasures vessel led by Captain Second Rank Dmitry Parakhin. The experience in World War II has demonstrated that the fleet needs a powerful mine laying and mine sweeping craft. They have 30mm artillery pieces. They can detect or destroy all types of mines at various depths. You can now see the mine-sweeping trawler Pavel Henov, led by Lieutenant Captain Alexei Mashenkov, was named to celebrate the 1st Brigade of the Tallinn defense area. Petty Officer Pavel Henov, he was the first to save the convoy that carried people despite heavy bombardment by Nazi planes. Next is the follow-on ship of the 12700 project, Vladimir Yemelyanov, led by Denis Gainodinov. It is named after Vladimir Yemelyanov, who's been hero of socialist labor and head of a shipyard. He made a major contribution to the construction of a new generation of ships from magnetically soft steel and fiberglass. You can now see a strike group of the Brigade of Missile Ships and Boats of the Baltic Fleet, led by Captain 3rd rank Ivan Dmitrenko. The column is led by the Dimitrovgrad missile boat. The Molniya class boats are equipped with the Moskit supersonic anti-vessel missiles, one of the most powerful in the world. They're used to destroy airborne troops of the enemy, surface ships, and low-flying attack craft. You can now see the Mitishi Karakurt class corvettes, led by Captain 3rd rank Adil Azimov. It's the chief craft of the Karakurt class, and it represents a new generation of missile ships of the Russian Navy, equipped with the Caliber vertical missile launch systems. It has a high speed, higher autonomy, and the range of up to 2,800 miles, nautical miles. Next is the latest small missile boat Sovetsk, led by Captain 2nd rank Karakurt missiles, are unmatched in the world. It can destroy missile destroyers, and military base or an airfield. Can be deployed as a single ship or as part of a strike group. It has the caliber cruise missiles. It also has the latest control systems, anti-aircraft navigation and radio electronic anti-sabotage systems. You can now see the Veliki Ustug small missile boat of the Buyan M class. It is led by Captain on rank Maxim Nikimov. It represents a new generation of missile boats of the Russian Navy built by the Zelenodolsk shipyard. It is equipped with the caliber vertical launch system, anti-aircraft system, as well as 100mm artillery piece. It has a special coating and a design of its surfaces that significantly decreases the possibility of its detection in the sea by the radars. And now you can see the parade in Kronstadt, and those who cannot enter the Neva River because of its depth. Now you can see Kronstadt. It's a symbolic place for every Russian sailor. Russia's Navy history is deeply connected to this town. It's still the heart of the Navy. It is opened by a strike group led by the brigade of the missile boats and ships of the Baltic Sea Fleet led by Chuvashia boat of the Molnia class. It is led by Captain 3rd rank Artyom Starkov. Russia was the first to build missile boats. It offers high-speed maneuverability and a strike system. It is equipped with the strike system called Moskit. It can destroy surface targets at a distance of up to 150 kilometers. These missiles are low-flying and have a low noise level. These weapons are unmatched. Next is the Passat one, led by Vladimir Kazertsev. It's an intermediate system between cruise systems and battleships. It has an artillery piece AK-725. The Passat has taken part in dozens of missions of the Baltic Sea Fleet. More than 60 missions as part of the brigade. It also took part in military exercises. Next is the Livain boat, led by Maxim Kulikov. It is equipped with the latest weapon system. It has relatively low displacement and high efficiency. It can destroy airborne troops of the Navy and surface battleships. These ships have been named after the legendary god patrol ships that took part in World War II. Breeze, Musan, Tuman, Living. That's been called a division of bad or inclement weather because they all symbolize some bad weather, like a monsoon, or fog, or rain, or storm, or a gust wind. You can now see small anti-vessel ships. The Urengoy battleship and Kazanets. They can destroy submarines and surface ships on their own and as part of a dedicated search group. They can repel attacks from air force of the enemy and the navy of the enemy. They hunt the submarines just like their predecessors did in World War II. They were built to take active measures to in response to the construction of a new generation of submarines in other countries. Their speed is up to 35 knots, around 65 kilometers an hour. They have anti-aircraft systems, 76 and 30 millimeter 6-barreled naval guns with a firing rate of 5,000 shots a minute, torpedo launchers, AS rocket launchers, and rocket-thrown depth charges. They defend the maritime area of the Leningrad Navy base and also take part in the tests of new types of weaponry for the Navy. Next is the Vasily Bika patrol ship, led by Captain 3rd Rank Vitaly Kozikov. It's the flagship that joined the brigade of the Novorossiysk military base of Black Sea Fleet in 2018. It is used to take part in operations to disrupt counterfeit and pirate operations. It can detect submarines up to 140 kilometers. It's equipped with anti-aircraft systems, 76 millimeter artillery piece, and machine guns. It has a modular design and can be re-equipped depending on its missions. It can also host helicopter Kamov Ka-27 PS. Now you can see the Stoichi corvette led by Captain 3rd Rank Artur Gariban. Can be used close to the coast. That supports military operations against the enemy and provide cover for ground troops that operate on the coast. That corvette boasts the technology that was used in the construction of the latest generation submarines. it also has the Uran and Redut guided missile systems, naval guns and torpedo tubes. The survival rate of these ships is extremely high. It has been also used, it has also been coated with special coatings to lower the level of its visibility for radars and for infrared radars. Next, you can see a ship that can be used as a single vessel or as part of the military group. It can repel attacks in the sea and from the air. In January 2020, it took part in the military exercises led by Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Armed Forces, Vladimir Putin. And you can now see the Korolev, led by Captain Third Rank Zetiv, and Minsk, led by Captain Second Rank Anton Nikulin. They are the backbone of Russia's airborne fleet. They provide for amphibious landing operations, both approved and unapproved shore. They will be used to transport troops, cargo, and to lay mines. You can transport up to 700 tons of material and a personnel of up to 225. It's equipped with 57 and 30mm artillery pieces, the Grad, multiple rocket launchers, and an anti-aircraft system. The Minsk crew has taken part in many long-range missions as part of national and international military exercises. In 2018, it has carried St. Andrews flag through the Mediterranean, Black and North Sea, and also across the Atlantic Ocean. As part of the Ocean Shield 2019 military exercise, the crew has provided excellent seamanship in repelling attacks of the aircraft by enemy. The Korolev large landing ship has won the prize of the Commander of the Navy for 5 times in terms of its level of preparedness. In 1995, it visited the port of Rotterdam, where it took part in the international Navy parade of the anti-Hitler coalition to mark the 50th anniversary of victory over Nazi Germany. Both battleships have taken part in part of the Russian Navy group in the Mediterranean Sea since May 2015 and have taken part in the military operation in Syria. The next one is the Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky diesel attack submarine. It can detect targets at a long range. It's also equipped with the latest navigation system, modern automated information system, and that has allowed the Varshavyanka class submarine to display improved efficiency. It can launch missiles and torpedoes. The 21st century will see increased activity of seafaring powers under the sea. That will require the new type of equipment, the ability to operate in any part of the world ocean in protecting its interests. The diesel submarines taking part in the parade are built in the oldest shipyard of Russia, the Admiralty shipyards. You can now see the Orel submarine of the Antique class. It's a nuclear-powered cruise missile carrying submarine. It has 24 Granite anti-ship cruise missile. Again, that's a system that has been unmatched in its class. It uses AI in launching missile salvos. You can do target reassignment depending on the importance of the targets, and can chart trajectory for each of the missiles as part of the salvo. That's the key system to fight against the enemy navy. You will now see the flyover part of the parade. Helicopters and airplanes took off from 4 airfields. Then they got together over the town of Kronstadt. It will fly at an altitude of between 150 and 400 meters at a speed between 180 and 550 kilometers per hour. Flyover part is on. You can now see MI8 helicopters. Now you can see Kamov Ka-31 that are followed by another type of Kamov aircraft led by Mr. Nekrasov. Now you can see modernized Kamov Ka-27 AIM led by Lieutenant Colonel Dmitry Nadbatsky. Right now you can see the latest amphibious aircraft BE-200, accompanied by Hydra aircraft BE-12 Swallow. It is named after a courageous person who saved 90 children of the Polotsk orphanage from the territory that was occupied by Nazi Germany. And now you can see Illusion Il-38 and Novella, led by Major Dmitry Shkrabov. Here's a tactical group of multi-purpose aircraft patrol. Tu-142MK and a refueler, Illusion Il-38M, accompanied by super maneuverable multi-purpose Navy aviation Su-30SM. He led the group of 13 airplanes that bombed Berlin for the first time in the history of World War II. And next one is Tu-142, accompanied by Su-33. Now you can see interceptors, Sukhoi Su-27P, led by Lieutenant Colonel Sergei Kainov. Next one is MiG-29K. The group is led by Lieutenant Colonel Andrei Pestov. Next is a group of the assault aircraft of the Northern Fleet Su-24M, led by Lieutenant Colonel Vladimir Zmiev. These aircraft have taken part in Syria. And finally, assault group Su-25BM. And you can see the colors of the Russian Federation banner. The column is led by Colonel Alexander Kartov, distinguished pilot of the Russian Federation. The Navy parade is over. Glory be to the Russian Navy. The group that defends the coasts of the homeland.